All right. I am back for the second part of the W sitting. And so I got a lot of great questions about the previous video. And so what I want to talk about is some things that you can do with your little one to help prevent their dependence on W sitting. So one of the things, so I'm sure you've heard this a ton, but floor play. Lots of tummy time. We want those glutes to get strong. And so when a little one is on their belly and working on lifting up, they're also kicking in all of these muscles. So it's automatically getting those glutes turned on. Okay, we've talked about containers. I'm not a big fan of lots of floor sitters. I think, but moderation, and I get it. I get it that you got to do what you got to do, but just know that sitting in those doesn't help them develop their core and their balance reactions. So you want to counterbalance time in there with active sitting time on the ground. Oh, why are we getting upset? I know you want the camera, right? So one of the things that I would work on is side sitting. I have a whole video on how to help your little one get into side sitting. But he does side sitting pretty easily, but you can have a vertical surface here, so that's why I brought this out to play with. I don't know where he's gonna go right now. So I think he's heading for the camera. But so side sitting is great, even if you're helping them. And if they're not able to do it independently right away, that's when you would have something for them to play at. Because if they can't hold their balance like this, if you give them a vertical surface to hold on to so they can lean a little bit and work on coming up. So something like a cube like this, or even we've talked about like those activity tables where the legs come out, or those walker push toys that they can play on the front of it and it's kind of at an angle. So those are some things for side sitting. Another thing you can do is, sorry, he is just trying to get the phone. So when I've talked about this before, when they're playing in kneeling, sorry, now you can't see my face, but I want you to get the hips. When they're playing and kneeling at something, instead of having them just come straight back, because we want to avoid the reliance on that linear movement, so that straight forward and backward movement. So you want to teach them to come down so their hips come on the outside, and it basically brings them into a side sitting position. Sorry for the camera work. Again, I mean, if you've been around long enough, you know I'm like a professional videographer here. And you can do that to either side. So it's the coming down so the hips go to the outside of the feet. That's going to help with the rotation that happens at the hips and the trunk. Anything that encourages trunk rotation. So even if your little one is sitting already, like putting toys over here, so they're trying to rotate. Side sitting really is one of my favorite. Playing up on their knees like I just was, so you can get a bench for them to play at. Let's see, I'm gonna move this back up since he's gotten distracted. So you can pretend this is a little stool and they're playing at it. And even if they come straight down, so I'm just sitting on my heels and coming back up, that's not the same as W sitting. W sitting is when the hips are in between the feet. But when they're getting out of it, so not just the up and down, because every time you go up and down like this, you're strengthening those hips. But when they're getting out of it, that's when you would work on going to that rotation. Same if they're sitting, instead of putting toys right in front of them, put the toys over to the side. So find something that they really want, and they're gonna have to reach here. So notice how it automatically, like I'm rotating at the hips and the trunk. All of those are gonna be key. Go back and play rolling games. So you're helping your little one. Can I borrow you for a second? So let's see if I can get him to do this. Okay, We have a laptop that somebody gave us. So can you go get it? Can you go push the button? So he's old, knows how to roll, but like, oh no. Can you get it? Go get it. Oh no. So for him, because of the skill level he's at, I'm resisting a little bit, or rather than letting him complete the roll, I'm kind of making it a game and bringing him out of the rolling so he has to try again. And I would do it to both sides because that's going to help work those core muscles and add in a rotation component. I'm sure I'll have more ideas, and we will probably be back with more posts, and I'm sure this is going to generate questions. So feel free to ask the questions, and we'll be back again.